inventor, designer, entrepreneur, all three words in one name, Steve Jobs. Today we want to pay tribute to one of the greatest influences in today's technology. A man that wanted to make change in the world and did. Born in 1955 and given up for adoption by two Wisconsin graduates, Steve was adopted by Clara and Paul Jobs. Jobs was an intelligent and innovative thinker. In his youth years, Steve learned a lot from his father, tearing things apart and putting them back together in the family garage. As an elementary student, Steve was a prankster and lacked good study habits. This didn't mean Steve was not smart and intelligent. As a matter of fact, Steve tested so well that administrators wanted to skip him to high school. After high school graduation, Steve enrolled at Reed College in Portland, Oregon. But after only 6 months, he dropped out. In 1974, Steve took a job as a video designer with Atari. Not being fulfilled with this position either, Steve quit months later. He left Atari to find spiritual enlightenment. But during this time, Steve also found himself experimenting in psychedelic drugs. Steve, along with Steve Wozniak, started the components that led to Apple computers. Steve purchased an animation company, Pixar Animation Studios. Pixar produced movies such as Toy Story, The Incredibles, and Finding Nemo. A decade later, Steve found himself at Apple, helping to get Apple back on track and aiding Apple to produce higher sales and produce stock market prices. Later, in 2003, Steve discovered he had a rare form of pancreatic cancer. Not letting this diagnosis stop him from helping Apple, Steve continued to help Apple rise to the top. Steve had a successful surgery in 2004, removing the pancreatic tumor. But in October 2011, Steve Jobs passed away. So today we honor and we remember a revolutionary legend. Steve Jobs led the world to a change in the way we use iPhones, iPads, and iTunes. Steve Jobs led the world by following one of his own quotes. Design is not just what it looks like and feels like. Design is how it works. Questions?
Yes. Did Steve Jobs skip to high school as a young kid?
No, he graduated. He did his full graduation and he graduated. He did not skip to go to high school. His parents would not allow it.